So good
So
morning,
good
one and
morning,
all.
one and all.
Hope am I
Hope
audible?
am I audible?
So Savita ma'am,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Audible.
audible. Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us. Now we are having the live streaming on YouTube.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Ashwini Rathore. Yes. I know that yesterday you didn't get the chance to speak. So yes, today you will speak on your particular speech. Mhm. Samado, Mr. Samado, from the land of Ghana. Yes, sir. So please check your mic, sir. Please switch on your mic.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, perfectly all right, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
ma'am.
Okay, sir. Great, sir. Okay. So in a few minutes, we are going to start. Today, we have two speakers, Dr. Savita Mishra and Mr. Samado from the land of Ghana. I am waiting for our mentor, Christiana Skeller from the land of Croatia. Dr. Shruti Tiwari from the Parul University, Indore. She is also joining in a few minutes. Dr. Savita Mishra. Ma'am, first, please check your mic and please check your camera. Dr. Savita, I am requesting you, please check your mic and camera,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. I think I'm audible to you, ma'am.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Perfectly all right, ma'am.
yes. Thank you.
Okay, great, ma'am. Great. Yes. So yes. So our one of the mentor from the land of Croatia has joined us. Welcome, Christiana. Thank you very much
Good
from
morning.
joining us. Good
Yes,
morning,
yes,
dear. Good morning. Good morning. Actually, we are waiting for you eagerly because our mentor Estara from Malaysia, she has joined us. She will join us after 11 a.m. And today we have only three speakers.
Okay. I
Yes.
search where is my students if somebody prepare, but nobody told me, Professor, I'm here.
No issue, dear. No issue. We have two video messages from the land of Georgia.
Okay. Tamar.
Yes, yes, Tamar. Yes, Tamar actually prepared his students. So because in the Georgia there is a very early morning, so they have sent us the video messages. Students send us video messages. Okay. So with the permission of our mentor Christiana Scaler from the land of Croatia, dear, I would like to start the meeting. Okay. So my warm welcomes to each speakers, especially Mr. Samado from the land of the Ghana and Dr. Savita Mishra from the land of
Thank you.
India. So I give my warm welcome, my heartiest welcome on behalf of Team Vitigossip Association. So as I told you, today we have two speakers, Dr. Savita Mishra from the West Bengal, India, and Dr. Sabado, the research scholar of the Parul University Indore from the land of Ghana. So today in this Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2024, Day 6, we will address the crucial issues of the SDG 6, Sustainable Development Goal 6, which is clean water and sanitization. So clean water and the sanitization facilities is the basic needs for each and every person. And we have to ensure the access of clean water and the sanitization facility to each and every person who present in this globe, in the beautiful planet of the Mother Earth. So to address this crucial issue, first, I would like to call Mr. Samado from the land of the Ghana, the very prominent research scholar from the Parul University, Indore. So, Mr. Ghana, you are a Mr. Samadho, you are a co-host. So, would you like to present your ideas with the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so sir, you are a co-host, sir. So please present your views, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you and good morning,
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
ladies
Very
and
good morning.
gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Please proceed, sir.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Dr. Patak.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm very glad to be called upon to present on Sustainable Development Goal 6. As Madam Dr. Patak said, I am a PhD student from Ghana, but schooling in Paru University in Gujarat State, India, under the supervision of Dr. Shruti Tiwari. Okay, I present on, with your permission, I begin. I present on Sustainable Development Goal 6. And as Dr. Patak said, Sustainable Development Goal 6, as we all know, is one of the 17 development goals of the United Nations, which has to do with clean water and sanitation. I must say, in Ghana, as a developing country, and the world over, governments are spending millions of dollars on sanitation issues and the provision of clean water for livelihood issues. So this is going to be my order of presentation. The background to SDGs, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and then what are the aims of the Goal 6? The policy measures aimed at improving sanitation by the government and NGOs, expansion in the provision of potable water and sanitation facilities, then suggestions from the textile and fashion educational institutions, which is my area, then some notable waste management and recycling companies that are helping the government achieve this in Ghana. Then we have recommendations and then references. Thank you. Right. Okay. So the background to SDG 6, we said the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Governments or world leaders in 2015 agreed that 17 global goals should be created with the aim to better the world by 2030. And among these 17 Sustainable Development Goals, as mentioned earlier on, Goal 6 is one of them, which has to do with clean water and then sanitation. Then the 17 development goals, we have no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation. Then 7, affordable and clean energy. 8, decent work and economic growth. 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure. 10, reduce inequalities. 11, sustainable cities and communities. Then 12, responsible consumption and production. 13, climate action. Life below water is 14. 15, life on land. 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Then the final one, which is 17, is the partnership for the goals. Okay, then we go to what are the aims of Goal 6, which is clean water and then sanitation. We said this SDG 6 aims to ensure access to safe water sources and sanitation for all over the world. Then this goal goes beyond drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene. Then we said it addresses the quality and sustainability of water critical to the survival of humans and planet. Then it also aims at improved drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene, and vital to driving progress among others, such as health, education, and poverty reduction. Then the policy measures aimed at improving sanitation by the government. We said government aims at provision and expansion of potable water in rural and peri-urban areas. For instance, in the case of Ghana, the provision of mechanized boreholes, and then in the rural communities, the provision of hand pumped water and then tanker services, where water tanker drivers transport potable water to people that are in need. Then it also aims at establishment of recycling plants, which will make sure that the waste that are generated are recycled to save the environment. And then establishment of fertilizer production plants so that some of these waste can be used in manufacture of fertilizer production to save the environment or to reduce the sanitation issues that the nation is confronted with. Likewise, that of other countries in the world. Then government has also instituted the process of declaration and commendations of communities that are open defecation free. Thus, in Africa, we realize open defecation is one challenge governments are finding with. And with this one too, government has instituted the provision of affordable household toilet facilities for rural communities, where the households are given some reduced amounts and then a decent place of convenience is built or constructed for them. Then expansion in the provision of potable water. These are some of the activities government and then non-governmental organizations or community-based or community service organizations have embarked onto to ensure that indigents or peoples in rural communities get access to potable water. That's for both humans and animals alike. Where there is electricity, they provide this kind of mechanized borehole, which is pumped by electricity. And then in communities where there is no electricity, this hand pump boreholes are constructed, which supplies clean and then decent water to the communities. Then also clean water for agricultural purposes. Governments have also embarked on vigorous construction of dams, which supplies agricultural activities such as irrigation and the rest, and then also for the consumption or drinking of animals in farming communities. Again, provision of households affordable toilets. These are some of the communities in the rural areas where people resort to open defecation. Government has resorted to the provision of these affordable toilet facilities for the communities or for households where they pay a little and then this is constructed for them instead of people going to defecate in the bush or backyards in communities such as the rural areas. And in the public too, or let's say maybe the urban areas such as market centers and the rest, there is that provision of public toilet facilities where there are municipal and then metropolitan assembles contracts that people in the markets could go at a lesser fee. Then suggestions from the textile and fashion educational institutions. I am a textile student, textile design for that matter in Peru University. So these are some of our suggestions of ways by which these sanitation issues could be solved. The designs that we see are local garments that are constructed in Ghana. So these ones, we gather the fabric cut-off pieces when fashion designers or fashion design shops, when they are designing a clothing and cut off those pieces that most of the times they will dump in the waste bins or burn, we have made use of those ones where we could gather them and then use them in the construction of garments. This is another garment from the fabric cut off or pieces as well. And then secondly, in Ghana, as a developing country, despite the production of bottled water, there is also the production of sachet water. This water, most people, after drinking it, throw the empty sachets away, which tends to engulf the environment with filth. So we have also tend to use those sachet water to construct a raincoat, dresses that one could use to wear in the when there is rainfall to protect yourself from getting wet. So this is a design on a mannequin constructed from sachet water. Then let's look at some notable waste management and recycling companies in Ghana. In Ghana, we have Zoomlion Ghana Limited, which was established somewhere 2006. And in fact, it is one of the major sanitation company in Ghana, which provides waste bins to households at a little fee. And then at the end of the month, or weekly or bi-weekly, when these waste bins are full, then they come to pick them and then send them to those that are disposable, they dispose it, and then they use some for recycling as well, because they have recycling plants that they are constructing at vantage points throughout the nation. Then we also have Koliba Ghana, which was also established in 2017. And this company is also into the recycling of glass bottles. They are also into the recycling of glass bottles. So once a while, people gather those glass bottles, which they come to buy and then take them to the factories for recycling. So because of that, most people don't throw them away. When they use, after emptying the contents, they store them later on, which they sell to the company or they give to the company at a fee. Then we have Jekura Ventures, which was also established in 2003. And they are also into the sanitation issues as well, provision of waste bins to households for disposal of waste. And then they are also into the construction of bio-filled toilet facilities. Then we have Nelplus Ghana Limited, which was also established in 2018, and they are also into recycling. They use some of these waste materials to construct or produce construction materials, such as pavement blocks and what have you, and several others that are used for construction activities. Then we also have Electro Recycling Ghana, which was also established in 2020. And this recycling or waste recycling company is also into the recycling of electronic waste. As people who have old electronics that most of the times they will want to dispose, this company comes to buy them and then send them to their factories for recycling. Then let's look at some of the challenges that are confronting the attainment of Goal 6. In Ghana, we have activities of illegal miners. Ghana is a gold mining country. And because of that, there are a lot of illegal mining activities that the government is battling with. That's people who engage in mining without the appropriate licenses. And these people, because of that, do not have the requisite knowledge to do environmental safety management or mining. So most of the times they pollute the environment. And this is one big challenge that the government is battling with. But I think going forward, laws are being instituted to deter them from this. Then we say another challenge about Ghana in the attainment of Goal 6, that's clean water and sanitation, also has to do with over-reliance on donor funding. most of times, as a developing country, they have budget financing challenges. So most of the times they will have to rely on donor fundings from the World Bank, European Union, IMF, and what have you. So because of that, they are not able to attain this as required. I mean, it moves on at a slow pace. Then the third challenge is insufficient funding. For instance, in Ghana, from the World Bank reports, Ghana government allocates $114 million annually to clean water and sanitation issues, which according to the World Bank estimates, it's insufficient because the World Bank has indicated that for Ghana to be able to tackle or to work assiduously to ensure that goal 6 is attained by 2030, Ghana government needs to allocate $946 million annually to sanitation and then clean water issues. Whereas, on the contrary, the government allocates only $114 million annually to this. Yes. Okay. Then we look at some recommendations. We said government itself should consider establishing state-owned recycling plants instead of relying on private sector to do that. Government itself should consider this in place. And then we said stiffer punishments should be instituted against polluters of water bodies and then the environment, because this costs government a lot of money to tackle sanitation issues, including the local government in the place of metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies. Then secondly, we said community leaders. Community leaders, as well as metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies, should institute night patrol teams to apprehend and prosecute individuals who dump refuse at unauthorized places and those who still engage in open defecation. In Ghana, what we realize is that most people who do not want to pay a fee for waste bins tends to dispose their waste indiscriminately into gutters in the night. So we said it will be good if government institute patrol teams from the security services to ensure that this is tackled. But I must also say there is improvement in this as the government has embarked on the provision of cameras at some road points. Then we said the Water Research Institute of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research should be adequately resourced and their findings implemented. Because as we said, the overall budgetary allocation to the sector should be increased. That's the sector here refers to the Ministry of Water and Sanitation. Then we said manufacturing companies should be encouraged to adopt sustainable methods of production in order to reduce waste generation. Just like in the case of the textiles and fashion institutes, we encourage them to adopt sustainable fashion where they will have to use materials to recycle and produce textile articles. Then we have some references from the Ghana Statistical Service, Ghana Water Company Limited, Community Water and Sanitation Agency biennial reports, World Bank analysis captured in Safe Water 2016. And then this brings to the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samado. Yes, thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Thank you, Mom. Yes. I
Yes,
can hear
thank you. Thank you very much. Samadhu,
Most
after
welcome.
ending the presentation, we follow the gesture of joining hands like this. So would you
Okay.
like to do this? Right. Okay, just a moment.
Yes, Mom.
Samadhu, please stop sharing the screen so that I can capture your photograph. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Mom.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
Mhm. Yes, I did it. I did it, Samadhu.
Okay, Mom. Thank you.
Okay, yes.
Mm.
So just hold on. I am giving you a spotlight to you. Yes, that's very good. Yes, please do this. Uh-huh. Okay, just hold on. Yes.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, great, great. Thank you very much, Samadhu. Thank you for joining us. Dear
Thank you,
Christiana,
Mom.
please share your views, your insights about our speakers from Ghana.
Thank you,
Good
Mom.
morning to all. Good morning, Dr. Samadhu. I'm very interested how developed your uh, portable water and sanitation for the local mm, people, and it's very uh, interesting that you share the um, amount how community and government uh, enhance of donor fee and donor funding, and how much money you spend of all that. I hope that society in Ghana and in Africa will continue to develop programs and activities to maintain clear water, sustainable sanitation, and provide a quality life for all inhabitants in Africa. Thank you, Dr. Samada, for
Thank
your
you, Mom.
presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Samadhu. Here again, I would like to
Thank you,
mention
Mom.
that Mr. Samadhu is one of the research scholar from the very renowned University of India, which name is Parul University, and it is located in Gujarat, Barodara. So thank you very much, Mr. Samadhu, for
Thank you,
joining
Mom.
us. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you,
very much.
Mom.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
grateful.
Yes. Okay, sir. So we are also grateful to you, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, moving ahead, here I would like to request Tamar. Tamar, could you switch on your camera, please? Because every day you are joining, and I would love to see your face, dear. Tamar, is this possible to switch on your camera? Mm-hmm. Maybe Tamar is taking lectures. Tamar, again, I am requesting you, if possible, please switch on camera, Tamar.
I think now she is gone.
Okay.
When touch the screen or something, I think
Uh-huh.
maybe
Yes.
wrong button she put.
Yes, wrong button she put. Right. I understand. Okay, no issue with that. Dr. Shavita Mishra, are you there? Our next
Yes,
speaker?
ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So thank you very much, ma'am, from joining us from the West Bengal, India. So, Savita ma'am, please introduce yourself to our mentor, Christiana, and please proceed, ma'am.
Yes, just a minute, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just I want to share my screen.
Dr. Savita ma'am, is there any
Yes.
problem to share the
Yes,
screen?
just I want to share my screen, ma'am. Just
Uh-huh. Hello, Tamar. Thank you very much for switch on your camera, dear. Thank you. We are very glad to see you here from the land of Georgia, dear.
Hello to everyone.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much, dear. I hope you like this idea about the Sustainable Development Summit, dear.
Of course.
Okay. Dr. Savita, you can continue,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes.
my screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Perfectly all right, ma'am. Ma'am, no need to make a slideshow because in a Zoom meetings, actually there is a problem to make the slideshow. So you can continue, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Just
Okay, ma'am. Meanwhile, Tamar, actually, I am requesting you again. Please switch on your camera, dear Tamar. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's great, Tamar. Tamar, please remember, after the presentation of Dr. Savita, we will take your screenshot for this joining hands, right?
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Tamar.
yeah. Good morning, everyone. Respected Pathik Madam, Christiana Madam, Esther Madam, and all participants. A very warm good morning to you all. So, in the journey of sustainable development goals, today we step the sixth stair. That is our sixth goal, and that is our sustainable development. Sixth goal is clean water and sanitation. And that the purpose of this goal is ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. As you know that in world 1 in 3 people live without sanitation, and that is the very challenging situation for all of us, because due to the unclean drinking water, there are unnecessary disease and death in all over the world, and it is our duty to take care of this water, and we should provide clean drinking water to each and every citizen of this world. So, as you know that if we provide affordable equipment and education in hygiene practice, we can stop this senseless suffering and loss of life. And it is very important. If you see that what the Goal 6 says, it's aims to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for everyone, because you know that it is very important that when we go for food, that we would wash our hand, and we can take care of the hygiene of the food and our hand. And sanitation is also very important, because you know that if we improve in the drinking water, sanitation and hygiene, that is the progress of other areas also. Because if we see the sustainable development other goals, they all 17 goals are interrelated. So if we take care of the water and sanitation, this is also helpful in the nutrition, education, health, and gender equality. So that millions of people in world die every year from the disease associated with unsafe drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene, especially the young children below age 5. They are the main sufferer of this unclean water and sanitation. Each year, 3 lakh children under 5 die due to the diarrhea linked to inadequate wash. And that is really the alarming situation for all of us. 2.2 billion people worldwide do not have safely managed drinking water. And obviously that it is very important to we have to take care, and this is the high time that we have to go for the clean water and the sanitation. Around 4.2 people in world lack safe managed sanitation services. And if we see the scenario of most of the countries, we have to work on this, and UNICEF is working on this, and UNICEF's contribution towards reaching these goal centers on bringing like safe drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene services to homes, schools, and health centers, so that our children can grow and learn in a safe environment. That is very important. And UNICEF has also given the 3 indicators. That is the first, that we have to manage the drinking water, then we have to manage the sanitation services, and that is we have to provide the hand washing facilities with soap and clean water that is available at each and every home. That is very important, so that everyone can help to make sure that we meet the global goals. It is each and every citizen duty to work on it, to provide the safe and affordable drinking water. And if we see the target 6.1, there are 8 targets. 6.1 is safe and affordable drinking water. That is, we have, our target is by 2030, we have to achieve on these 8 targets. So first is we have to achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for everyone. That is very important. And the second one is by 2030, we have to achieve access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all, and end open defecation, paying special attention to the needs of women and girls and those in vulnerable situations. That is very important. Even in India, we have seen the villages, still open defecation is going on after that government is doing so much like program awareness on that. But we have to, there are more work we have to do, and we have to take responsibility that as soon as possible, we have to stop this open defecation in the public area. And the third target is by 2030, improve water quality by reducing pollution, eliminating dumping, and minimizing release of hazardous chemicals and materials, and halving the proportion of untreated wastewater, and sustainability, increasing recycling and safe reuse globally. That is very important. And by 2030, that is the fourth target of SDG G4, that goal 6, substantially increase water use efficiency across all sectors and ensure sustainable withdrawals and supply of fresh water to address water scarcity and substantially reduce the number of people suffering from water scarcity. You can see, if you see the India in many villages, especially the Rajasthan, and where the this rainfall, the still we are suffering from the water scarcity. Even that we live in in West Bengal, North Bengal of the West Bengal area, that recently we have done one research on that level of water, and we have find in our research that water level is some void is coming, water is coming with some oil in the groundwater level. So that is very alarming situation, because if such type of water will come with oil, and that goes to the every home, that is very dangerous for our health, and that causes so many diseases. So there are research is going on this water, but we as a citizen, we also have to take care of this. The fifth target of SDG is by 2030, implement integrated water resources management at all levels, including through transboundary cooperation as appropriate. If we see the target 6, that is we have to expand international cooperation and capacity building support to developing countries in water and sanitation related activities and programs, including water harvesting, desalination, water efficiency, wastewater treatment, recycling, and reuse technologies. In this, I take a little bit time, because it is very important. What happened somewhere, you see that water, they are misuse the water. Water is flowing day and night, and no one take care of this. That rainwater in some places of India, that heavy rainfall, and in some places there is no, there's very very less rainfall. So if we do on this situation, like water harvesting is very important. And when rainfall, during rainfall, we have to store the water, and that water that we can use for agriculture purpose and other purpose. That is very important. Then desalination of the water is very important, because you know the saline water is very dangerous for even the agriculture purpose also. So we have to work on it. And wastewater treatment we have to do, and recycling and reuse technology. So these few things we have to work on that, so that we can save our people from the waterborne diseases, and we can provide the safe drinking water and clean drinking water. Target 7 is by 2030, we have to protect and restore water-related ecosystems like mountains, forests, wetlands, rivers, aquifers, and lakes. You all know that forest is the source of the rain, and now due to the deforestation, we are in so many places we have the less rainfall. So we have to go for the afforestation, and we have to like awareness for the plantation and like this. So more rainfall will come, and we can provide the water to everyone. Target 8 is support and strengthen the participation of local communities in improving water and sanitation management. Because what happened, if you can go the rural areas, some people like do not know the importance of water. They are thinking that is like this going on water. We will never suffer from the water problem, and due to the lack of awareness, they are mismanage the water. So we have to take the awareness program due to skit, due to drama, do different type of educational program, so that they can understand the importance of water and the management there. They can understand the importance of sanitation in their area. So it is very important to conduct the awareness program in this area. So what things we can do as an educationist? What is our duty? So that is very important, that awareness program in the different areas where this type of situation is arising. And those charity, those NGOs are working on that. We have to help them, and we have to support them in this noble cause. And as you know that 4 billion people lack access to basic sanitation services. So we have to also work on that, and we have to run a campaign on hygiene, awareness program on hygiene issues through community, through social media, through school, universities, and in our neighborhood. So whatever we can do on this from our side, we should do. We do not overuse water. We make sure to close a tap when washing dishes. So small things very important to provide safe drinking water and sanitation. We have to organize a cleanup project for rivers and oceans, because you know that now the water level is decreasing due to the pollution in water and river. So we have to organize cleaning program in these rivers and water. That is very important. And to achieve SDG 6, our government must invest in their communities and bridge the economic and geographical divides to deliver the human rights to safe water, sanitation, and hygiene. And UNICEF has also given 4 key asked areas, that is the reaffirm their commitment to improve access to basic water, sanitation, and hygiene services, strengthen partnerships with the national statistics offices towards the collection, analysis, and use of disaggregated data, and routinely measure progress towards equitable access to safe water, sanitation, and hygiene, report progress on national action. And the last one is ensure the continuity and quality of wash services during the COVID-19 crisis, and sustain affordable access to wash products and services for the poorest and most important, that water and sanitation. So this is some of the scenario of the world, because 785 million people remain without even basic drinking water. This is the present scenario in the global world. The scarcity, more than 2 billion people are living with the risk of reduced access to freshwater resources. And by 2050, at least 1 in 4 people is likely to live in a country affected by chronic and recurring shortage of fresh water. So this is very alarming situation, and this is the high time that we have to work on that for the clean water and sanitation. Because you know that of 172 countries, 80% have medium low implementation or better of integrated water resources management. However, 60% of countries are unlikely to reach the target of food implementation by 2030. So this is another serious thing of from educational community, that we have to work on that. Mostly awareness program is very much needed for this, because our people do not know the importance of water and sanitation in their life. So that is very important, and we have to work on that. Then only we can achieve our sustainable development goal 6, clean water and sanitation. And together we can we on our we on educationists today, we can take a oath that we will work for clean water and sanitation, and we make our hand together for this noble cause. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Madam Pathak, for giving me opportunity to share my views with you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sarita. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, I am giving you a spotlight. Just hold on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please do this gesture, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Thank you,
like
ma'am,
this,
for
like
the
this.
opportunity.
Yes, yes. Okay, perfectly all right, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Now I am saving your gesture, ma'am. Just hold on. Great, ma'am. Now I would like to request dear Christiana. Christiana, please share your views and insights about the presentation of Dr. Savita Mishra.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Supriya. Good morning, Dr. Savita Mishara. I'm surprised with your information that lots of people in India, I know before how many of them doesn't have clean water and sanitation, and I hope that the developed part of beautiful India will develop startup entrepreneurship and innovation in order to turn bad and polluted water into clean drinking water for agriculture, for people, for animals and plants. And I want to accessible quality sanitation in order to balance urban opportunities and rural needs. That is my view for your needs in a rural area. Thank you, Dr. Savita.
Thank you very much, dear Savita ma'am. Thank you very much. Now, moving ahead, Tamar, could you please now switch on your camera so that I can... Yes. Yes, dear Tamar, I am giving you spotlight. Yes, that's great. Dear Tamar, would you like to do this gesture?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Christiana,
Put
please.
hands like this. Yes, Tamar, just put hands like this.
Ah, okay.
Yes, Tamar, yes.
Yes, excellent.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
You're
Great
beautiful,
picture,
Tamar.
great picture.
Thank
Great
you
picture.
very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
Thank you for participation, Tamar. Nice to see you here.
Yes, dear. We are actually
I'm so pleased.
from the day one.
Thank you.
From the day one, we are noticing that every day you join as a patience listener, dear. So thank you very much, dear, for joining us from the land of Georgia. Thank you, dear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Sonu Kumar, a journalist from Bihar. Sir, would you like to participate in a joining hands gesture, sir? Yes, sir. Sir, would you like to do this gesture, sir? Sir, do you understand, sir, English or Hindi? Because I don't
Hindi,
know
Hindi,
हिंदी.
ma'am.
ओके ओके
Hindi.
हिंदी. यस सर. ओके सर, आप ऐसा गेस्चर करना चाहेंगे? यस, थैंक यू सर. ओके, डन सर, डन. थैंक यू. थैंक यू. Sir, I don't know about Bengali, but thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. Okay. Now Ashwini Rathore, it's your turn, dear Ashwini.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, dear Ashwini. Please switch on your camera if possible. If not possible, yeah. Okay. Great, dear. Great. I'm giving you spotlight here. Yes. Okay. Yes, dear Ashwini. Thank you very much for your kind patience, dear. Now please proceed, dear. And first of all, please introduce to our mentor, dear.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Ashwini Rathore, and I'm from India. Currently, I'm pursuing BTech from Medicaps University, Indore. Ma'am, I want to share my screen.
Okay, just hold on. I am making you co-host, dear. Yes, dear. You are a co-host. Please proceed.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I would like to request Nicholas. Nicholas, if possible, could you please switch on your camera? After this presentation, we will love to have your screenshot with joining hands. Okay. Now, Ashwini, please present.
Okay. So, yesterday I was not able to give the presentation. So, my goal 5 on gender equality.
Mhm.
What is gender equality? Gender equality refers to the equal rights, opportunities, and treatment of all genders, regardless of their identity or expressions. It involves ensuring that individuals of all genders have the same access to resources, participation in decision making processes, and protection under the law, free from discrimination and bias. This concept aims to create a society where everyone, regardless of gender, can fully realize their potential and contribute to society on an equal footing. Why gender equality matter? Because social justice. It ensures fairness and equal rights for all individuals, regardless of gender. Economic growth. Gender equality promotes economic development by utilizing the full potential of all individuals in the workforce. Diversity and inclusion. It fosters a more diverse and inclusive society, leading to innovative solutions and better decision making. Peace and stability. Societies with greater gender equality tend to be more peaceful and stable. Empowerment. Gender equality empowers women and marginalized genders to participate fully in all aspects of society. Gender disparity. Gender disparities refers to differences in treatment, opportunities, and outcomes between individuals of different genders. What is gender gap? So, gap in any area between women and men in terms of their level across four dimensions: economic opportunities, education, health, and political leadership. Disparities in education and employment. Disparities in education and employment refer to the unequal opportunities and outcomes that individuals face based on factors such as gender, race, socioeconomic status, or other characteristics. Gender based violence and discrimination. Gender based violence includes physical, sexual, emotional, or psychological harm inflicted on individuals because of their gender. This can include domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, and harmful tradition practices. Gender discrimination involves treating individuals unfairly or unequally due to their gender. This can manifest in various forms such as unequal pay, limited access to education or employment, and restrictive gender roles and stereotypes. As we can see by the statistics, so in 2022, the gender gap was very high in economic and in political also. And in education, it was less. In 2021, that was also very high in economic, in political, and in education. In 2022, it was 151 in economically. In politically, it was 155, and in education, it was 22. In 2023, last year, in economically, it is 169, politically, it was 162, and educationally, it was 16. As we can see, the highest gender gap was in 2022 in economically, and in politically, it was highest in 2023. And in educational, it is highest in 2022. And the overall gender gap was high in the year 2021, that was 136. We can see by this table, in this table, there are 146 countries, and here we can see that the gender gap of the lowest gender gap is in Iceland, Norway, Finland, New Zealand. These all are the European countries. And here the gender gap was very less because they treat equally women and men. And we can see the last countries as Afghanistan. As we all know that Afghanistan is is under the rule of Taliban. So there are very restrictions for the people who live there. So the gender gap is very high in Afghanistan, in Chad. Women empowerment. The empowerment and autonomy of women and the improvement of their political, social, economic, and health status is a highly important end in itself. In addition, it is essential for the achievement of sustainable development. The full participation and partnership of both women and men is required in productive and reproductive life, including shared responsibilities of the care and nurturing of children and maintenance of the household. Rights given for women empowerment, right to equal pay, laws against harassment in the workplace, right against female feticide, right to poverty, right to dignity and decency, women empowerment. What initiatives we can take for the gender equality? So what can we do? If you're a girl, you can stay in school, help empower your female classmates to do the same, and fight for your rights to access sexual and reproductive health services. If you are a woman, you can address unconscious biases and implicit associations that forms an unintended and often an invisible barrier to equal opportunity. If you are a man or a boy, you can work alongside women and girls to achieve gender equality and embrace healthy, respectful relationships. You can fund education campaigns to curb cultural practices like female genital mutilation and change harmful laws that limit the rights of women and girls and prevent them from achieving their full potential. Other than this, in India, there is a campaign named Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. The Indian government is working to promote gender equality and shift social attitudes towards gender roles and norms. Here we can see the logo of Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. So we face very challenges to achieve gender equalities. First of all, deep-rooted social norms and stereotypes that reinforce traditional gender roles, lack of representation of women and marginalized genders in leadership positions, gender biases in education, employment, and other sectors, limited access to resources and opportunities for women and marginalized genders, cultural barriers and traditions that perpetuate gender inequality that happens in India mostly, cultural barriers and traditions. Role of men in gender equality. Men can actively support and advocate for gender equality by challenging harmful stereotypes and behaviors, mentoring and supporting women and marginalized genders in their personal and professional growth, sharing households and caregiving responsibilities equally with their partners, establishing safe spaces for open dialogue on gender equality and related issues. Thank you. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you very much, Ashwini. Okay. So, Ashwini Rathore, you
Yes,
did
ma'am.
a great job. Your insights related to the gender equality to address the Sustainable Development Goal 5. It's a really tremendous. Thank you very much, dear. Now,
Thank
I
you.
would like to request Christiana. Christiana, please share your insights about the Ashwini Rathore presentation.
Thank you. Good morning, dear Ashwini. Thank you for your presentation. I'm thankful and grateful that I see another view of young people about that subject, because it's very important to speak about it, and each time remember remember of our duty to support all the women and girls in everywhere in the world. Indeed, in Europe there is a difference in gender quality, and it's better better place for the women and the girls, really here beginning to be equal and supported in most areas of life. And listening and observing that what happenings in other parts of the world, just like you said, in India, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Africa, um, um, that observing what's happening in other parts in the world, that we must make the like this presentation and make discussion on this topic are really necessary, so that the problem of the gender equality is not sweeps under the carpet as a taboo topic. Thank you, Ashwini. Thank you for your time and make presentation and speech about that subject. Important. Thank you.
Thank you,
Uh,
ma'am.
okay, Ashwini, would you like to do this?
Sure, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Please smile. Okay. Great, dear. Great. Thank you
Thank
very much. Now, Christiana, I am giving a spotlight to you, dear, for this hand joining gesture. Just hold on. I am saving the gesture of Ashwini. Yes, Christiana. Thank you very much,
Thank
dear.
you. Thank you, Dr. Supriya.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Dr. Parul Sharda, do we have any speaker from Medicaid University Indore?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, ma'am. Okay. So, with the permission of all mentors today, I would like to end the session SDG 6, Day 6 in the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit 2024. And thank you very much, dear Christiana, for joining us as a mentor from the land of Croatia. Actually, Christiana, you and me actually share a special bond with each other related to the Global Peace and Sustainable Development Summit. So
Thank you,
thank you,
dear.
dear. Thank you very much. Actually, there is a telepathy between you and me, right? And you understand what I am thinking. So thank you very much, dear Christiana. Thank you very much. Tomorrow, we will discuss about the SDG 7, which is another important goal. And this goal will be led by the Sikka College Indore under the leadership of Dr. Gunjan Shukla. And tomorrow also the link will be same. Mr. Sonu Kumar, journalist from the Bihar, India, is asking. So yes, sir. Tomorrow the link will be same. And yes, tomorrow all the leading speakers around the world will join us. The speakers from UK, from the especially from the Philippines, they will join us, and they will address about the challenges and the targets related to the SDG 7. So stay tuned with us. Stay tuned with the team of Viticossip Association. Tomorrow that will be a great event from the Sikka College Indore. So thank you very much. Thank you all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, dear.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice Saturday.
Yes, thank you, dear. Same to you.
Thank you.